Well, you write in your book, John Cleese, Professor at Large.
What was the name of the book again?
There it is. I'm beginning more and more to think that there's something, I don't know what it is, what Carl Jung called synchronicity. And I'm just convinced the older I get that this is the kind of something of significance.
Yeah, well, it's been a slow journey for me because, of course, if you're a scientist, there's no nonsense like synchronicity or anything like that. But what's interesting is that there was a study done about whether what people's attitude was to this sort of nonsense that we're talking about, and they found that the people who were most unlikely to believe in it were psychologists and biologists. And the people who were most likely to believe in it were physicists. And this is because when you get past Einstein physics, you know, that was mechanical stuff, all of that, right? All the Newtonian stuff was strictly mechanical. If you get past that to Einstein and quantum physics, this is an insane world where particles look as though they're going to move, as though they've moved backwards.
You're talking about quantum physics?
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. It's also impossible to understand because it's nothing to do with the world that we know. So if we don't really understand reality properly, because quantum physics is just a series of equations, it doesn't say what reality is. It's just equations that have been tested and are triumphantly true. But it doesn't tell you what's really going on. It's just equations. So if reality is subject to this kind of doubt, I don't see why there can be so much certainty about some of the paranormal things. And I'm quite convinced that some of the paranormal things have been proved statistically beyond any doubt. The strange thing is the absolute hostility of scientists. And one or two famous scientists have said that there's a sort of order. At the beginning, these new ideas come out and people laugh at them because they're such rubbish. Then they get angry with them because people are beginning to take them seriously. Then there's a furious debate, and then about 20 years later they say, well, I always knew it and I said so anyway. It's extraordinary that this process of resistance and then slowly overcoming and getting closer to the truth occurs all the time because scientists are emotionally attached to their basic paradigm.
So the longer you live, the less you know?
Oh, yeah.
Not the more?
No, I think that I really do believe what Plato said, which is that the beginning of wisdom is the realizer how little we know. I mean, there's very few things I know for anything like certainty. Well, one is fundamentalism is not a good thing.